Welcome back to Frostpunk on the Edge. In the last episode we managed to set up our little outpost here, and things are going okay-ish when it comes to the discontent and hope, but we're only on day 4, and food, well, that's not exactly our strength here. So I do expect that we're going to have to ask London, or New London, for more raw food. We can ask them for more workforce as well, but without food, that's probably not a good idea. So let's ask them for more raw food. Your request is granted, but keep in mind that this will take a lot of effort on our part. Thank you. I don't know how much... Yeah, that sent us to low favor, so they will expect us to send them steel and steam, of course, which will probably rise the favor again. So we can't go around with no food. Let's start up the game again and see what this new day has to bring. At least it's... there is no less than minus 30 degrees in the visible days here. Having to make do without a generator certainly makes this scenario interesting. I'm not even sure interesting is the right word. Challenging is probably more like it. I like this new station though, the transport depot. Okay, so wow, they're sending us a whole 20 extra raw food. That is very generous of you, London. I need engineers. Where do I have engineers? That's not ideal. Actually, I can cancel that, because we don't need that. Wooden supports. Raising work efficiency in the army warehouse. That's not bad. Hand carts. Raising output of the army warehouse. Okay, so we are going to be completely dependent upon New London for food. Yeah. Can we make scout teams? Yes, we can. Geesh, that's something that I had forgotten. That is not good. Because we probably need to use scout teams to get food, actually. Okay, so we have 3 working medical posts at the moment. We are ignoring research for the time being. But I do need people that can go out into the wilderness. Let's take 5 of these and make a scout team. Okay, so we have remnants of a building. We have a collapsed building, and we have a frozen den. Frozen den looks promising in terms of food. So let's go with that. Let's send our scout team to the frozen den. There really isn't a lot of stuff around here on this map. There is a coal mine there. I'm wondering if the scenario is multifaceted in terms of us having to build more outposts, or if it is only this outpost 11. The heat map is okay. Now I need to take these workers out of here and put them in here, because the food from New London is arriving very soon. It'd be very nice if you guys could maybe do the soup law. Why aren't these sick people going to... Ah, they're going on an expedition. That's not ideal. Oh well. Okay, so we're cooking food at least. That's good. But I don't think we're going to get enough. Even with the additional shipment. Yeah, me not sending out scouts, that was a very, very bad decision. I should have sent off scouts a long time ago. Like, I should have done that on day 1, since we already had the beacon. How is the status of these? It's okay. We don't need this immediately, but we do need to research things as well. When this falls below 10, we need to put engineers or technicians. No, it's engineer. I think we need to put those back in here so we can do research. Okay, we have 103 steel at the moment. Let's switch this to steam cores. That didn't take too long. 0.1 per hour. Well, I guess those things are heavy. The other one is coming in 2 hours, and by that time this thing will be closed, so... May as well send them over there. I don't think this is enough food rations for everyone, but as far as I remember, they don't get hungry until it's gone 2 days without food, so hopefully it's enough to make things go around. And tomorrow we'll have 60 food that we can make food from, which means we will have 80 food rations. It's not ideal. Not at all. And of course my sounding a bit depressed and so forth is all part of the game. The entire setting, the music. I am enjoying the challenge, even though my voice might not sound like it, just so you all know. That means we won't get the steam cores until tomorrow, and to be honest, I don't think we'll get any of the steam cores. But we have no more people sick, so we can take... These guys have 3 patients. These guys have 5 patients, which means that this one should have no patients, so we can take these engineers and stick them in here. And I think we want to do the... It's going to take 7 hours. We'll take these 2. We do need the sawmill, though. How much wood can we collect? 34... 28. Okay, so we should be good in terms of the sawmill. So we want to have the wooden... No, that will cost 50 wood. So we need the sawmill. Let's take the handcarts and then the sawmill, so we can build a sawmill on day 6, hopefully. We can speed up things now. The scout should be arriving soon. Maybe we'll get more food from there. I'm surprised at the level of discontent here. It's so low. I mean, I would have been very discontent if I were living here. No generator, the only heat source being these braziers. Still in the green, but only barely. Wait, there is wooden crates over here as well. Okay, so the scouts have arrived at the frozen den. It is indeed a large grotto. In the darkness filling it, we find lots of animal and possibly human bones bearing teeth marks. We are in the lair of a large predator, probably a bear. No country for living beings. A terrifying and sad place. An animal that lived here was for a long time feeding on the prey hunted in the area. After searching the cave, we found the predator. A bear mother with young cubs. They are lying, huddled together in the farthest corner of the cave. They did not survive the great storm. Discovered the crumbling hut site. That's depressive. There's nothing to do here. Carry on. 21 hours. 14 hours. 1 day and 10 hours. Let's go to the crumbling hut then. Can collect stuff from this, so I don't really need the sawmills that quickly then. That is at least something. But I'm worried what happens when one of these coal piles run out. Because I certainly can't see any more coal piles here. There's only this, so we'll have to be begging London for coal, unless I get the coal mine before then. And coal mining is on level 1, so it's 50 wood, but still, it's 50 wood. So I think we might have to get the sawmill before that, regardless actually. I also don't dare to use the emergency shift on this, because if one of my engineers die, that's bad. Like, that's really bad. Of course we have more sick people now. However, the temperature is rising again, so that means we can probably shut off the braziers. That will help. I'm a bit amused that the temperature just, poof, raises at 7. So we can turn this one off, we can turn this one off, and we can turn this one off, and we're not burning any coal at the moment, so that means we get to build up a little supply of coal. We do have more sick people than we have capacity for, but I really need that research, so they'll just have to make do. None of them are gravely ill, so... One of them got cured, so one was admitted. The heat map should be mostly comfortable, or at least livable. Guessing the cave should be... Oh, that's chilly, so that actually might need a brazier as well. Ugh. London is calling. Outpost 11, is there a problem? You haven't dispatched the scheduled steel and steam cores shipment to us. To help you with fulfilling your duties, we grant you the right to introduce extended shifts. Use it wisely. Thank you. Understood. Extended shift edict. To ensure the survival of the colony and raise the resources delivery rate from Outpost 11, the Government of New London issues an act on the extended shifts. From this day on, work shifts can be increased up to 14 hours. Yeah, we'll do that right away on all of our gathering posts and on the workshop. Just as might as well do it on that one as well. That discontent is mostly temporary and will go away. Steel ruins depleted, good. That means there's only this one left, and that should deplete as well very soon. think I have to put this one into extended shift as well. Hand carts researched, good. Let's get the sawmill next. This person who is sick. Gertrude Court. Okay, so this one is done. Let's do this, and then put workers in here so they can cook the raw food. Wood crates depleted. There we go, and they should be off to do some cooking now. Yep. Thankfully, they don't have to go there before the cooking starts, which, even while illogical, is a huge blessing right now. I do need to build a brazier out here. But it won't affect anything. Because if it would affect, it would give me some kind of orange glow. That's not ideal. +8 steel. Let's test it, just so we know whether it works or not. Those wood crates have been depleted, which means that this is the final wood source we have left until we have sawmills. And that means I want to build a gathering post out here. Preferably within range of that brazier. They're done. Good. Let's take them out of work and reduce the overtime here. Sir, the first shipment is ready to be sent to New London. Visit the outpost administration and ask the clerks to open a communication line for you. You will be able to dispatch the shipment then. Good. Let's pause the game quickly and move this over to steel again. And then we go here. And we've sent off the shipment, which gave us some hope. Good. We acknowledge the dispatch of your first shipment. Well done. These steam cores mean a lot to our people. We are pleased to let you know that we plan to send you food shipments every day. Just keep these steam cores and steel coming. If the supplies you provide are deemed insufficient, we will have to think of some consequences. And remember, if you run into problems, let us know and we'll look for a solution. Yeah. Oh. The ire rises. Sir, the news that New London is pleased to tell us that they'll keep sending us the food they owe us spread among our people, causing a lot of resentment and anxiety. And the vague consequences they threaten us with, shall we fail to please them, further fan the flames of outrage. All everyone is talking about now is how we should use the steam cores to help us first, since we found them and have no generator, unlike folks in New London. Ah, now it's ramping up here. Which, to be honest, makes sense. Yeah, well, you know, if I could actually... That might be an issue. If I can't target the thing, I can't tear it down again. Oh well. We'll deal with that when the time comes. I believe I can use the dismantle building thing here, and hopefully I can target it. Let's hope I can target it when it's built, because I don't think it will affect the warehouse. Scouts have reached the crumbling hut. The building, once heavily damaged, has been repaired to provide some protection against the weather. Smoke is billowing from its makeshift chimney. Call us hope. We knock, and armed people answer the door, but they lower their weapons when we assure them of our peaceful intentions. We soon find out that we are their last hope. They are emaciated, hungry, and sick, and their supplies are running out. We learn from them that previous inhabitants of this place were killed by wild animals. 22 workers and 11 engineers. Yeah, let's escort them to our outpost. Although that wasn't what I expected or needed. More workers is going to be nice, but I would rather have food. Because we don't have enough. Incoming, still just 40. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be a problem. The temperature in there is still chilly. So that means that this thing doesn't do anything. How am I supposed to target it? Nothing I can do seems to target that, so I can't turn it off. Wait. I can turn it off like this. But basically that steel seems to be lost, because the army warehouse is in the way. So take care with that. Because I built it right in the entrance, so I don't think there's any angle I can get to it from. There's even... No, there is no way I can select it, it would seem. Oh well, as long as it doesn't use coal, that's the most important part, and it only cost us 10 steel, so it's not really a huge catastrophe. We are getting steel from the warehouse itself, so... Speed things up again. I think that we can build another workshop then. Leave the hotkeys here, yeah. So the hotkeys are probably better to use than having to go up there and click. For some reason 2 doesn't work, so it's 1 or 3 and space to pause the game. Coal pile depleted, gathering post resources depleted. Okay. Well, we are going to need that coal mining for certain today. We can put 10 people in here. We need to wait for this to return before we can man this building. That's fine. We don't need coal today. We need it tomorrow. This one is also dangerously on its way to getting run out. We have researched sawmills. So let's... Well, we could do the coal thumper. Yeah, let's do the coal thumper first. That'll give us enough coal in 2 piles so we can run these braziers until we expand the city. We got less food. Sir, workers unloading the last shipment of food from New London noticed that it's quite a bit smaller than usual. The news is of course already all over the outpost, causing much anxiety and anger among our people. Let's hope it's just a mistake, not a sign of some trouble at home. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Can you send me some more raw food? This is clearly a resource management problem on your side, but we have an idea how to solve it. New law will be passed, but... Food Economy Edict. To ensure the survival of the colony and to mitigate the temporary food shortage, the government of New London issues an act regulating the use of raw food. From this day on, soup should be served in cookhouses instead of standard meals. Soup law is imposed by New London. Right. Well, it's better. We are sorry to inform you that due to circumstances beyond our control, your food supply will be reduced until further notice. We assure you that the shipments will return to the agreed size as soon as possible. We hope this inconvenience will not impede your progress. We expect you to keep the shipments on schedule. Keep up the good work. Great. Thank you, New London. So, food is the main issue on this map. And a pretty bad one, that. I think they will be done by 6. Can't help it but try. With not much success. This one has been depleted. We're waiting for the coal thumper technology to be done. And then the question is, should we go with wooden supports or should we... I think we'll go with drawing boards so we can get coal mining. Let's pause the game here. We have 10 free workers. And we want to build a coal thumper. I don't know if that will work. Well, could be placed like that, but I don't know if gathering posts... Oh, that actually will work. Okay, that works. We also need to build a brazier out there. I think the heat level on these are 1. Scouts units number 1 have returned safely to the city. We have more workers. Let's send these guys to the collapsed building then. This one also needs to be on overtime, I'm afraid. And we have plenty of wood currently, but we should consider a sawmill because, yeah, that is going to be necessary. I don't know exactly how much that will cover. Okay, let's cancel this and pause the game. And I don't want to go into technology. What we want to do here then, build the coal thumper the other way around. We want to build a sawmill, preferably there. We want to build a road. And we want to build a gathering post here and here. And that should suffice. We have engineers to put in here. Not putting any workers in these until we have some decent piles of coal, and we should be able to be running on what we have currently. That's perfect. We can build a brazier there, and it will heat up all of these 4 buildings for when the temperature drops. Oh dear, it's going to drop to -40. That is not ideal. Can-tiered... no, not yet. I don't see the point of running this in overtime because they will complete it. No, we can run it in overtime because they will start working at 6, which means we get the workers back quicker. We do have enough engineers to put someone in here, but I don't think we need that. Now the question is, where can we put... Okay, so we can put a tent here. Would that work? I wonder. Let's turn this thing on. No. No, that will not work. How about this one? Will this tent be covered by it? No, but this one will. Turn it off again. This one. Turn this one on. To wait for it to... There we go. It extended its influence. We can build a house there. No, we can't. It won't be covered. Okay, well, that makes it interesting. We need to build one here then. Because I can't have any homeless. That's just not feasible. So we'll build one there, and we will build, not a workshop, but we'll build a tent here. And here. I think we'll cancel this in case we get that fighting pit thing. So we'll build one... Actually, a fighting pit there and a fighting pit here should cover all of these tents, so we will build one there. Okay. We definitely need that coal mine up and running though. We can speed things up. Sorry, there is a bike in the background, or 2 or 3, as you can hear. That will lessen over the coming month, because we are moving into autumn here. Okay, I'll mute the mic. Okay, they're not showing any signs of going anywhere time soon. I'll pause the game and I'll pause the recording. Sorry that my pause screen didn't appear there. Hopefully that was it for now. I do apologize for that. It is very annoying, but guess it's part of the downsides to living in the city center. There are so many other upsides, though, that even though it has occasionally ruined some of my recordings, I'm willing to live with it. I have 7 people who are hungry. Great. And the incoming is just 30 now. I'm really hoping that these scouts will find some food, because this is not ideal. However, we are at the beginning of day 7, and I think this is an excellent time to end this episode. So let's hope we find a way to solve these food issues in the next one. Otherwise, this might be a miserable time for the citizens of Outpost 11 coming ahead. Thank you all so very much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode.